Actually, before we get into that, I want to know what appealed to you about, or what appeals to you about being open. What do you enjoy about being in an open relationship, and why did you decide that was for you?
What appeals to me about it the most, I think the biggest thing was just being bisexual and wanting to explore my bisexuality, wanting to explore women. I've only been with one woman prior to being with you. So I didn't really have the fullness that I wanted. I didn't have the relationships and the experiences that I really wanted to have because I realized that I was gay so late in life. Not so late, I was 20, but for me it was just like I met you at 25. So it just took a minute for me to just be like, oh, like this is actually something that I'm really interested in. This is something that really resonates with me and feels good for me. So I knew once I met you, I was just like, oh, this is it. Like, gay life is over. And
When
then
did you
it
feel like
wasn't.
that? Though I'm curious
No,
because I was very clear from the jump. Hey, you can activate on your bi-ness
this is
immediately.
before we had like that actual conversation.
Okay. The beginning.
This is very, very early
Okay.
on. But I did have that thought of just like, oh, like I don't think that I'll be able to explore women the way that I've always desired to. And I kind of felt like the only way that I would be able to would be strictly sexually. Like if we had a threesome or something like that. So, which I was fine with, but I just always wanted more. So when we started talking about open relationships, it made sense for me because then I was able to have the best of both worlds. I was able to activate on the duality of my sexuality.
That's a really good point. That's an excellent reason to open your relationship up if you are someone who is bisexual, where you don't have to give up your desire for a particular sex. You can have both sides. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too. Here's a situation where you can have your cake and eat it too. That's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's great. What about for you?
For me, I guess, I've been really out here doing my thing sexually for a while now. And I think once I started going to the parties and just learning how much this world of sex can award us,
Yeah.
and just how much exploration and how much opportunity to be my fully sexualized self there is, it scared me to think I would have to stifle that to just be with one person, where I'd be limited now to only being able to experience them. And it's beautiful being able to experience deep connection with one person and having that commitment and growing and
That intimacy,
yeah,
that vulnerability.
yeah, with that one person. It's beautiful. There's nothing to take away from that. And I just know I'm a very curious person. I'm a very explorative person. And I want to be able to
Very
explore.
horny person.
Very horny person. And I want to be able to explore different tastes. It's like I love mac and cheese. That's my favorite food. I love it. Nothing's ever going to probably change that. But I also love many other foods. Pizza's high on that list of things. I love cheesecake. I love all kinds of foods. So why should I only be eating mac and cheese for the rest of my life because I love it and we have a nice thing going? No, I want to try everything else the buffet has to offer. Well, not everything, but I want to try some things the buffet has to offer.
Yeah.
So that's why it made sense for me. And again, that don't mean I want to fuck everybody, but I like the option to be able to, find what we like together.
Yeah. And I think that's also why I fell in love with it so quickly with you. Because it was something that we did together. It's something that we do together. Because another form of open relationships is where you have your relationships and I have mine. And it's like we open up, but separately. And that has its place. And I'm sure that we'll end up there at some point. But right now, we do it together. And it's a way that we can really bond, in a way that we could really just explore. And it's so cool. And this is kind of like one of the second points of what's so good about it is that homie aspect. Like we get to be like friends.
Yeah.
and flirt with somebody else and be on the prowl and find someone and just, bask in like how hot they look, or see a great ass walking down the street and just go crazy about how good it looks and laugh about it. And it's just fun and it's easy and it's very free.
Yeah. That first time we were driving down the street and I saw an ass I really liked, but didn't say anything, knowing that, we were going to venture down this road, but still it being very new, but me appreciating the ass, but then you commented on it first. It's like, oh, this is okay. I like this. Yeah, I like that ass too. And we were able to just laugh and enjoy it together. It's so freeing because there's so many dudes out. There's so many dudes out there that got a side eye look all the time and just can't appreciate another person. It's deemed as disrespectful, or that you don't love your woman the same way because you looking at somebody else. There are millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people in this country and in the world. And for you to require your partner to only have eyes for you, that don't even make any kind of logical sense. The math ain't mathing with that. It's just, you got 2 eyes and a million options on where to lay them.
Yeah.
You know? So be free, y'all. Be free.
Yeah, I just think it's fun. I think it makes it more human, more honest. Because like you said, there's just so many things to look at, and it's fun to look at those things. It's also fun to be the only thing to be seen. But that also has its place.
Yeah. And it's like, be respectful. You know, be respectful. Don't wild out. Don't abuse it either.
Yeah.
Don't abuse it. Still be tactful, still be classy, and still show your person how much you love and appreciate them. Don't neglect them for the sake of the fact that you have access to more.
Yeah. Still
keep your priorities in check. Still make sure you're taking care at home, you know, but when you have the opportunity to go out, do your thing. So let's go over some of the positives about being in any form of open relationship. Number one for me is the newness, the excitement of that new. That new. Because just be honest, there's nothing that replicates the experience of meeting somebody new and having a really good interaction and that whole process of getting to know somebody and then having some bomb-ass sex with them. There's just nothing that duplicates that initial rush of excitement that you get.
Yeah, new relationship energy. It's a really beautiful phenomenon. And I love it because when we have that with someone else together, it's like I get to experience new relationship energy with you. But in a very just different way, like in a way that you flirt with someone else, in a way that you are like trying to see if the vibe is there, or trying to get them back to our place and like see if we can, you know, have some sex or whatever it is. It's just like the type of flirting you do is just very different from the way that you flirt with me, because the way you flirt with me is just like, it's more mature in a way. Not like I don't want to say like mature like it's older, but it's like it's grown with us, you know. And it's just like we have our flirty thing that we do, this back and forth, and it's just very different when you're, you know, trying to catch a new fish. So right. it's just very different. So to witness that is really fun. To witness you get excited about someone else, to witness you talk about someone else, and when we're going back and forth texting them and like we're talking about the conversations we had with that person, it's a fun experience. Yeah.
I liked initially when we were learning what our type is. Yeah, because luckily our types are very similar. There's not many within our range of types that we don't agree on. Yeah. So it was really dope to like, oh yeah, she like exactly the type of women I like, and vice versa. So it made finding them a lot easier. We're so bonded and we're really such a unit. Yeah, it's like when we're going on a new journey with a new person, we're doing it as one. So it's always this new thing happening together. Yeah, there's nothing like that. Yeah. It's nothing like new pussy, y'all. Let's just keep it real. It's nothing like new pussy. It's nothing like new pussy. Because there's a phenomenon I talk about all the time, the new pussy phenomenon, where you can have amazing sex with a partner many a times, 100 times. It could be great. A1, creme de la creme. And you can have a new partner with very average vagina, but it somehow gets pushed up to a level maybe very close to the phenomenal pussy that you're used to having. And it's just nothing, it's nothing more than it's new. It's exciting. And there's something behind that. And I love it. I love it. Yeah.
You do love new pussy.
I do.